Hello beings, welcome to the experience. My name is Flamino and today I'm going to show you how my experience was spending 7 days. Barista and bartender are different things. Bartender deals with alcoholic drinks, barista deals with coffee, so don't get them confused. Before this video continues, I kindly ask you to help me with a like here, because it's gonna be a cool video, it's gonna be worth it. And comment Pucarontas, because it's a very relevant comment here on this channel. Why did I decide to do this experiment? Because I love coffee and I don't need any more reasons. And I'm already that coffee lover, a lot. Finance bros say that. I already like coffee, I've been drinking specialty coffee for a while. So, even though I started from scratch because I've never worked with this before, I already understand a little bit about the subject and today I'm going to make some coffee for you here. It's a very different method, and while I explain, this is a somewhat different, peculiar method. It works in a very beautiful way. The coffee comes out perfect, brewed through a cloth filter, so it even comes out really clean. The filter works very well. Alright, I went to Cereja do Café and talked to Agostinho, who is the owner of Cereja do Café, about my project and everything else. That I would like to work there for 7 days. I told him, man, I want to work as if I were really hired by you, and he agreed.
The concept of the barista here in our coffee shop is that the barista does absolutely everything. The barista has to know the entire process of the coffee shop, from hello, how are you, good morning, up to making a wonderful espresso. The barista has to look around the coffee shop and know exactly what's going on. He has to look and see which table has already been served, which table hasn't been served, which order has already come to him, which drink can be prepared faster than the other. So being a barista means having all of these skills together. He needs to go through all the processes, which are first serving the tables, cleaning the tables, and washing the dishes. Second, he will learn about all the house beans. First, he will know all the grind types that need to be understood. Lastly, it's the espresso machine. For me, making espresso is the easiest, it's the simplest thing we already know how to do.
Now,
Dealing with the public every day is a new day.
and going back to the process here, we've already heated up some water. We're going to add this water and we're going to continue. This is very much a you all, and we are going to coffee. And this water down here will only come into contact with the coffee after it starts boiling. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it clearly. Here is the filter. Look, on the other camera, here is the filter, and here is a little spring that will make the filter apply pressure. A new video one day, and yeah, we're gonna do it, and we put it and fit this here. So far, in the hot water down there, there's no coffee yet, and that's fine. My first contact with Agostinho was kind of a reality check, because I thought he was going to say something like, no man, you're going to struggle to make coffee, but he didn't. He said something else. You're going to have to do some regular tasks, like sweeping the coffee shop, serving customers, washing a lot of dishes, and I was willing to work with all of that, right? I've had so many jobs. For me, it wasn't a problem. Carrying sacks, man, at certain times, there are a few moments with heavy work. I didn't end up doing that heavy work, because it's not something you do every day. But carrying sacks is heavy work. Unloading coffee to another place is a bit heavier work. That's also not something every barista is going to do, because that was a coffee shop and a roastery. For those who don't know, the roastery is the place that's also responsible for receiving green coffee and roasting it for other places. Now, this water is going to boil, it's going to rise up, wet the filter, and after it has already gone up. Here, I'm going to add the coffee. I'm going to use a coffee here with an aftertaste of grape, raisin, cherry, blueberry, and chocolate. This is something different from regular coffee. It's special. People who are used to drinking regular store-bought coffee, like I used to, will notice the difference. We have that standard of, oh, I like strong coffee or less strong coffee, but you don't notice other notes. It's just stronger or less strong. With specialty coffee, you can experience a whole range of other flavors and aromas.
The advantage of working here now at Paris is tasting drinks. He's making an espresso with sugarcane juice now.
I've never had an espresso with sugarcane juice. It's not even on the menu here, because you can't always get sugarcane juice, since there isn't a market every day.
Look, we grind the coffee in the single porter filter, this here. See, do you put it here to prepare the coffee? It used to be really complicated, guys, but now being a barista is getting much easier. You place the tamper.
Let's go.
Oh.
He's mixing the two drinks I like the most, which are espresso and sugarcane juice. It's going to get cold.
Cold, a cold drink.
But the coffee is really hot, really hot. Here comes the ice.
I already put it in, look.
You're going to shake this.
You put the little thing here, look.
Wow.
Hey!
It's light brown. Thank you, love.
You're welcome. Because sugarcane juice has a very high sugar concentration. Wow.
It's so delicious. Oh my god, this is so good.
If you add a slice of lime.
Then,
I did all kinds of work there at Cereja do Café. Afterwards, I started watching, the people working to get a sense, of actually making coffee, so I could feel more confident when making coffee for people. The water starts boiling and comes into contact with the coffee. It's really cool. It looks like a laboratory. Leave a little spoon ready here. Now the coffee is infusing. It's one of the few methods where we use boiling water, right? Because it over extracts when the water is boiling. Usually we shouldn't wait for the water to boil to brew the coffee. After getting the training and everything, watching the guys, the other baristas there at the coffee shop working, I started getting hands-on, little by little. Still, this is just for testing, not for customers yet, since their quality standards are very high. So, at first, I couldn't just make an espresso for a customer or make a pour-over because I had to meet the coffee shop's quality standards. And then I started serving espresso, making all kinds of drinks. I got a lot of help from Bruno too, who's one of the baristas at Cereja do Café. Well, I'm here with Bruno. He's a barista here at Cereja do Café, and he already has more experience and everything. And he's going to give me some tips on espresso.
So let's get started. A double portafilter gives you 2 shots of espresso. A single portafilter gives you just 1 shot. It's the amount of coffee grounds. A single portafilter will use about 12 to 13 grams more or less, and a double portafilter will use about 18 grams. Here we're using 21 grams, right? So today we're going to use a double portafilter.
That's fine, sure.
First, remove the portafilter, flush to regulate the temperature, clean the group, grab a cloth, dry the portafilter, clean it, remove any powder, residue, anything. The grinder clicked on double, ground the coffee, used the distributor to reorganize and align the grounds, tamped with the tamper always straight as possible, because otherwise it creates a channel, then place it straight, turn, lift, pull, double, 2 espressos. It poured. If you look, the flow is pretty straight. Well, not exactly. It's oscillating a little, but it's still straight. It's not falling too fast or too slow. What you see falling fast is when it's gushing out, and when it's falling very slowly, it curves a little. Ah, okay, done. Okay, is it sweet?
I thought the job was really nice indeed. Yeah, it's not hard work, it's a very good job, very pleasant. The atmosphere among the people at the cafe.
The atmosphere was relaxed and everything was nice. I enjoyed working as a barista.
Some customers Agostinho mentioned are a bit difficult to deal with. Also, like for example, the late customer who only decides to come into the coffee shop when it's about to close. There's also the spy customer. This one can cause a lot of trouble. He decides to enter the coffee shop without anyone noticing. First he walks by the front to see if anyone will notice him coming in. Then he comes in as sneakily as possible, the famous hiding mode. He goes to the most hidden spot without anyone noticing, very quietly. He stays there, sitting for a while without giving any kind of sign to any of the staff. And usually, the time he spends waiting is the time he uses to write negative reviews on the coffee shop's social media. Then, he leaves the coffee shop angry because no one served him the whole time he was there. And there's also the indecisive customer who can't make up his mind. So, while you're about to grab what he chose, he changes his mind, and then when you're almost getting it, he changes again. And he changes his mind repeatedly several times until finally he chooses, but even then, he'll still leave unsatisfied.
There's also the close customer. He walks into the coffee shop as if he's been your best friend for 25 years and orders the usual.
But he's only been to the coffee shop twice in a year, so you have to go over and ask to confirm his order.
There's also a very troublesome customer, the teleporting customer. He's the one who comes in, sits at the table, and
suddenly, he's at table 4, and before you know it, he's at table 6. This really confuses the waiters, but it's not a problem for him, is it? He can even be in the most unusual places.
Now it's the process.
Here's the beautiful part of it. I'm going to remove the burner from here. I'm going to cover it with this. Remove the burner from here. I cover it. And now the coffee will start to drip down and go through the filter. So that's how it went, right? I only started working after that, like after about 2 days of training, I started serving coffee to customers. Another really interesting thing is closing up the coffee shop before closing time. There's all the cleaning of the dining area and everything else. Just to remind you, during those 7 days I worked there, I didn't work full time. I worked part-time to get a feel for it, part of the morning and then part of the afternoon, so I could also fit it in with my own job. During that time, I was also learning. We watched Coffee Brewers Championships, Barista Championships, to get more information. It's a very complex world, it's something where every detail changes the final result of the coffee. It's hard to cover everything in one video because there's so much information. What I found most difficult in this whole process while I was making coffee was the process of doing latte art, getting the milk steamed just right. I found that pretty complicated. And you can even practice with soap, right? You don't necessarily have to always practice with milk and waste it. With coffee, we end up having to waste some to learn. But you can use water and soap to get a sense of steaming and learn without wasting anything. Overall, it was very rewarding. I really enjoyed working there at Cereja. I'm grateful to Bruno and Agostinho from Cereja do Café who helped me a lot in this process. And now let's have this coffee here. Before finishing this video, I'm going to ask you guys for a like. I'm going to pour my coffee and let you know that on November 2nd there will be a championship at Cereja do Café, so if you want to participate or just watch the championship, you can show up there. Just get in touch here on Cereja's social media to find out all the details, and let's see. Really hot. Wow, very good, very good. It'll get even better if it cools down a bit, and that's it. Thank you very much. Leave a like here to support my work, and see you in the next experience. Boss, my first espresso ever.
But why are you drooling?
Huh? Because I kept you waiting? I wasn't waiting for you.
Drooling.
Drooling? I didn't see that. No, I know why. Drooling, drooling, drooling. He said like this. You have 4 to 5 seconds, I put it in, and the thing spit it out. Uh-huh.
Man, if you pull an espresso for real now.
Got it.
It's delicious, huh?
That face was so fake. From 0 to 10 negative score. It doesn't count?
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It counts.
Hugs. It's just that my arm felt heavy there. You know what I mean?